Welcome to Turning Pro Challenge Week 5 Account Review. This is Raman Gill from TradingWithVenus.com. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As you're aware, Turning Pro Challenge is about learning the behaviors of professional traders and implementing those behaviors so we are able to generate professional results as well. There are a few different aspects of this challenge, and what we're looking at doing is setting a goal, making sure we have a trade plan, and then implementing that trade plan. So 3 key areas that we focus on are preparation, execution, and review for our trading. If you haven't already joined the Turning Pro Challenge, I invite you to check out tradingwithvenus.com/turnpro, where you'll be able to download all the workbooks and spreadsheets that I use to monitor this challenge. Let's start off by taking a look at our goals. The goals that I had set were to make 100 pips per week, to trade the London session. And if you're looking at 100 pips per week, so I am essentially looking at making about 35 pips per day because I'm only trading 3 days per week. So in terms of the goals, I did not meet my goals this week. This week was actually a tough week for me, and I'll show you the results that I got. But one of the big challenges that I had this week was my trading psychology. I got messed up because of some external events that happened, some comments that came my way, and I did not handle them too successfully, and I took them too personally. So it messed up my trading psychology, and I started second guessing myself. I internalized it too much, and it just threw me off my game. So I usually have losses every single week. Overall, normally I would have 1 losing day and 2 winning days. So that's sort of the average that I go with. So even though we have been putting up some great results, the reality is that all those trades have not been winning trades. There were some losses in there. However, the winning trades were way better, and they worked out much better than the losing trades. So we didn't lose as much, and the number of winning trades were higher, as well as the profit targets on those winning trades were higher. As a result, the overall results were really good. However, it doesn't mean that I don't have losing days. I do, and I had the first losing day, and after that, because of some comments that came my way, it just totally threw me off the game. Although I do have to say I was looking for a losing week because we've had a great run, and you don't just have a great run, there are always losses. So in my mind, in the back of my mind, I had this thing that I may have a losing week. So that's another thing that I need to work on. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you're trading and you find yourself going down that track, make sure you interrupt that pattern in your mindset and you just go back and self-regulate that. So that's just kind of a side note. So a couple of those things that threw me off my game, and I have to say it took me a while to get back on track from that. So overall, in terms of our goals, did not meet the 100 pips per week goal this week. And for the rest of it, risking the account size and the amount of risk and having stop losses in place, those were fine. I did practice all those things. One thing that I could have done much better this week was cutting my losses. And that's one of the things that kind of goes back to your trading psychology. Because I was down in the dumps over a couple of things there, I did not manage my trades properly. I could have cut the losses short. I could have taken some of the profits that were available in those trades, and yet I held on to the trades a little too long, which ended up creating losses for me. So I did not follow my own rules when it comes to the trade management because my psychology was messed up. So trading psychology is very, very important. and plays a very important role in this. In terms of trade preparation, this is my strength. I do this as part of our trade room with the daily market analysis calls every evening. So I did that well. We look at market direction, and we also look at the technical levels to trade from. We look at what fundamental news are coming out, what impact we are expecting as a result of those news, and creating a trade plan. All of that went well this week. Post-market review, I did give a lot of thought to how this week went and some of the challenges that I got into and how I plan to overcome them next time. Again, the post-market review, I think, even though this is the area that I struggle with normally, this overall went better because of the losing week that I had. It forced me to pay attention to what things went well, what did not go so well, and what I need to change. And a lot of that is managing my trading psychology as well as trade management and doing the preparation. So some of those things that I do well. However, trading psychology is another thing that I'm going to add to my checklist, and I just need to make sure that I am in the optimum mode to trade every time I get into trading. So now let's go on to the account and see where we sit for this week. So this is the trading account that I have been trading. Last time our balance was higher. This time here, the balance is lower. The account size dropped. So let's go to our spreadsheets. That's so we can go over some numbers here. This is the spreadsheet that we have been using here. The last 4 weeks have been really good. We were at about 97.84% return. Now that has dropped to about 91.36%. Overall, this week I had a loss of $226.92. So this brings the total profit at $31.97.56. So like I said, this was a losing week, so the results have dropped a bit, and now I'm sitting at a 91.36% in terms of the return. Let's go on to the scorecard here. So scorecard is where I self-monitor and reflect on what things I did well and where I have room for improvement. In terms of the preparation here, I did take a look at the news, did my market analysis properly, and I looked at potential entries and targets every evening. So that one went well, and I got full marks over there. In trade execution here, I did not take trades at planned. Like I said, I could have done a better job. I went into too much of a defensive mode where I was scared to lose, and as a result of that, it's like the pink elephant in the room. So when you say don't think about pink elephant, only thing you can think about is the pink elephant. So this is where I did mess up this week. So this part did not go as well. A stop loss entered. This one actually went, it was okay. So that was not too big of a problem. Profit targets set, those were fine as well. Trade management is another area that I could do better. I did not do as well this week. Usually I have a strict set of rules that I follow when managing my trades, and for the most part I am good with those. However, this week, because I was down in the dumps, I did not manage the trades as well as I could have. In terms of the post-market review, I did this well. Again, this is another area that I am currently working on. So overall, this went okay. In terms of managing my emotions, I give myself a 0 out of 3 because this is where I feel like I really lagged this week and I could have done a much better job. I got into my head and I just could not shake off that negative emotions that I was feeling. And as a result of that, everything that I did was pretty much wrong. I could have done so many things better this week. So as a result of looking at different aspects, so managing emotions is another thing that I have to take very seriously, and I have to protect myself from negativity, and this is what I would recommend for everyone else as well. There's a lot of stuff that goes on around us. Different things can have an impact. Things that are not even related to trading could have an impact on our trading because we as human beings bring all of that to the table when we do anything. So that was a big lesson learned this week, and this is something that I am going to be focusing on for sure going forward. If you're interested in my trade room or trading signals service, let me share some details with you on that. So this is a comprehensive service. We usually start off with a weekly market review every week on Sunday. So if you're part of my trading group, you also get access to a private Skype group where I share my trade ideas and analysis. And I also send out Twitter alerts when I'm entering a trade. So those will be the live trades that I enter. Every single day, we have a daily market analysis call where we take a look at the charts. We look at what happened in the markets and create a plan for trading the following day. So we mark out our technical levels of where we are looking to take the trades from, what direction we are looking for each pair. I cover several different pairs in that, and we mark these levels for each pair, where to enter the trade, and where our potential profit targets will be for each one. I'm active in the trade room during the London session starting at 3 a.m. Eastern. And when I'm ready to enter the trade, I put a trade alert in the trade room with my entry, stop loss, as well as profit target. I also take trades after the daily market analysis call in the evening. So if you're not able to trade in the London session with me, you can also take the trades in the evening. And those are usually, we just set the trades and we let them run. So they usually play out during the London session, but we are not actively monitoring those trades. So that's another option if you're not able to trade London session. Every Friday, we have a members only webinar at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. This one is recorded, same as the daily market analysis call, and you can always view it later if you're not able to make it at that time. As a bonus, you also get my pivot point indicator. I really like the pivot point indicator. It's one of my favorite ones that I use to trade. If you're interested in joining the trade room, there are 3 different options you can choose from. One is the month-to-month option, which is $97 a month. And with this one, you are just on a monthly billing cycle, so you can cancel at any time. I also have a couple of other plans if you want to bring the cost down. One is a biannual plan. So basically, you're paying for 6 months at a time, and the cost for that will be $67 a month. And if you want it to be on a yearly plan, this is the best plan that I have for $47 a month. So those are the 3 options if you want to join me in the trade room. So that's it for today. You guys have a great trading week, and I will see you next time.